Hey guys, welcome back to Brady's Corner. It's Emily here, and today I'm going to be participating in the Merry and Bright Readathon. So yes, this is the Merry and Bright reading vlog for the Merry and Bright Readathon. I'm so excited for this readathon. December is my favorite time of the year. Winter is my favorite time of the year. Christmas, all the holidays. Oh, it's so good. I love doing readathons specifically in December. I always do one. I always do a 24-hour readathon as well. So that video will be coming out shortly, or it's either already out or it's coming out. I don't know. But I'm so excited. I haven't done a readathon in a while, so this one's really, really good. If you haven't seen my December TBR, go watch that because it also has my Merry and Bright TBR as well. So you can see all the books that I'm planning to read for this readathon. But the first book that the first book that I want to read is Muted by Tammy Charles. This is a book told in verse. I am so excited for this one. If you haven't seen my December TBR, this is basically about a girl named Denver, and she loves writing and performing music, and she just wants to get out of her small hometown. And this guy named Mercury, who's a record producer, I believe, for R&B, biggest R&B star in the world, he basically takes her and her friends to record labels and parties and kind of shows them the ropes, and they love him. They lie for him, they do everything for him. But I believe, trigger warning for sexual assault, I believe, not sure yet. But I think it gets to a point where she's just not able to lie for him anymore. She's just sick of it. And I believe it's because she was essayed, and I believe that's why it's called Muted. Covers that have illustrated faces on them, not cartoons and not real faces, but like illustrated faces that like are drawn to look real, are my favorite types of covers, and I love this cover so much. And this covers the Winter Wonderland, which has white on the cover. The words are outlined in white, and also Elf on the Shelf, a book you already own. I am doubling up prompts on this one, but I'm so excited. I might read some more books later if I get to it, but I'm very excited. I think I'm gonna go to Starbucks now and get my new favorite drink of all time. Hey guys, it is the next day. I am wrapping presents right now and I kind of look a mess. Just don't worry about it. But yesterday I didn't really do anything except for make cookies and read 100 pages of Muted. This book is exceeding my expectations. I love it so, so much. The culture represented in this book is done so well. I knew that they were going to be African American, but I didn't know that they would be Afro-Latinx, and I'm Hispanic myself, so it's always really awesome to see my culture represented in books. Love hearing them speak Spanish or Spanglish, and there are different like times because the whole book she's kind of writing to her father and telling him the situation of what happened. When she's speaking to him, she's talking about different situations like getting fabuloso and only the lavender scented kind because it's not really cleaning if you don't have the lavender scented kind. And it was like my whole childhood in a bottle. And also when I grew up in a very, very diverse place. So there are these people that I literally call my family because I've known them since I was 4 or 5 years old, and they're Haitian and they speak Creole. Well, some are French Canadian, but it's fine. And her father's Haitian and speaks Creole, and I'm like, this is my childhood in a bottle. I love it so much. I feel so connected to these characters already. I do believe it's because of the representation and culture. But oh my gosh, we finally got to a big twist in the story. So I'm so excited to see what happens because we have like literally more than half the book left, 3/4 of the book left. And I'll update you guys a little bit later. It is December 12th, almost 12 p.m., so almost December 13th, and I finished Muted by Tammy Charles, and wow, 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 wow. I am just like, my mind is blown. 5 out of 5 stars. Remember when I said maybe trigger warning for essay? Big, big, big trigger warning for sexual assault, abuse, gaslighting. Look up the triggers. Please do that. This is like a contemporary novel turned thriller in a sense. literally that last half of the book had me on the edge of my seat. Like I was like my heart was pounding. I just my mind is blown by this novel. It was not what I expected, yet everything I needed at the same time. The ending, like I kind of assumed, like I knew the basics. Like I assumed what was going to happen, but just how it ended surprised me, and I actually really enjoyed it. I could see how it couldn't be what other people would want in this book, but I really enjoyed it. I thought I loved it. I love this book. 5 out of 5 stars. I don't know what else to say. Love the representation. So, so good. Just mind blowing. My mind is blown right now. Like I don't know what else. I don't know what else to say. I recommend it to everybody 100%. But the next I know it's by the way, I know it's late in the game. Like I know that this readathon ends in 2 days. But I've been in a reading slump and I'm proud that I finished at least one book. But the next book that I want to read, and I'm so excited for this book, so I'm definitely going to read it, is Red at the Bone. This covers Hot Cocoa, which is a cozy read with the autumnal like colors. I felt like it was very cozy. This is about a teenage pregnancy that pulls two African American families from different social classes together. That's basically what this book is about. I'm so excited to read it. It's super short, so I definitely think I can read it in the next few days. I will try to still read. On my list was Royals by who's that by? Rachel Hawkins. I really wanted to read that book too. In 2 days, let's see. I'm in a reading slump. But I think I could do it. Hopefully I can. I'm still proud of myself. I know that this is kind of like a failed reading vlog, but I'm really excited about it. I didn't really want to update you guys until I had finished this book. I know this vlog is going to be super short, but I'll update you guys a little bit more with this one. I'm so excited. I'm still so mind blown with this book. Like, oh my gosh. Okay, I'm just gonna calm down. Okay, have a good night. It is the last day of the readathon. I am halfway through Red at the Bone, and I'm really enjoying it. It was very, very, very slow to start, but now I'm like eating it up, and I'm reading it so quickly. I just thought that it was going to be the mother and then the child and then the father story, but apparently it's literally everybody's around them. It's the grandmas and the grandfathers, and it's all their own separate story. Like each different chapter is their separate stories about their loves and their losses, and overall what connects all of them is the love that they have for this child. It's so awesome. And like even though you don't think that they're trying the hardest to be in that child's life, they really still love her with every ounce that they have, and it's so beautiful to see and read. I'm very excited. I have to go to a little performance today, but I'm definitely going to finish it by the end of the day. I'm loving it so, so, so much. Hey guys, it is nighttime and I finished Red at the Bone, and honestly, I'm so emotional. I'm very, very frustrated with Iris, who is the mother, because of her actions, and also I'm in love with Aubrey, the father, again, due to his actions. I feel like Aubrey was so passionate and wanted his daughter Melody, and he wanted all of it. And with Iris, I was so frustrated with her because I totally understand her emotions of like feeling like she's still like she never got her childhood. It's all valid, but she had this responsibility that she neglected, and it was so frustrating reading the book because everybody loved Melody so much and she did as well, but she just neglected that responsibility, and it was very, very frustrating. um but I feel like when you read the synopsis, you think it's going to be about Iris herself. And then once you start the book, you're like, oh, okay, it's going to be about Melody the child. But it's really just about two people, the mother and the father, mainly. Of course, there's like separate side plots, but it's mainly about both of them setting where they want their priorities to be and seeing where that leads them. And unfortunately, it never really leads them to be together ever. And it's so frustrating. The whole book is filled with the losses that they have and the heartbreak, but also the little moments of hope and love in between them. And it's so like emotional and heartbreaking and beautiful. And you are so upset with some characters and you love some characters, but it's so realistic and raw. And I just loved it so much. Like I really, really did. I am going to give it a 4.5 stars because each chapter starts off in a different perspective and it doesn't tell you who that perspective is. So there are still some chapters that were pretty short, and I was like, who was talking in this chapter? I don't even know. So yeah. I freaking love this book, but I will update you guys a little bit more tomorrow. Hey guys, it is December 16th, which is the day after the readathon ended, and I only read 2 books for the readathon. So did I fail the readathon? A little bit, but I'm not gonna say that. Out of these 2 books, I captured 4 prompts, so I have 2 more left. I knew that I wasn't probably gonna finish all of them, but I still wanted to try, and the books that I read, I absolutely adored. Muted, 5 out of 5 stars. Like, I loved the main character, I love her passion, I loved her determination. There were so many plot twists that I was just like, oh my gosh, what is happening? I mean, even if it doesn't surprise you, you're just like shocked by what happened. And then Red at the Bone, I did not realize how deep and emotional this would be. 4.5 out of 5 stars, so good. I'm so glad I read these, and I'm so glad that I did this video because it pushed me to read these 2. And yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I don't want to take up too much of your time because I know this video might be a little long. I have no idea how long this video is, but I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. Let me know how you did with the Mary and Bright readathon, and I hope you subscribe, comment down below, like this video, and do whatever you want to do, and goodbye.